1 year ago, our friend Charles Wong introduced us to who's become also one of our very good friends, Mike Satinover. The Ramen Lord is having us over to his place, which is amazing. Look at this view.
Personal abode.
My humble abode. Yes.
Ramen. Eat some ramen. We have all the heavy hitters here. We got Drew, we got Matt, we got Nick. We're just going to slurp it up tonight, and we're going to have a few Miller Lights while we're at it.
Fresh out of day 3, Windy City, invited to the Ramen Lord's house to eat a personal, fantastic meal. I mean, what else is there to do in Chicago than that? I mean, good friends, good buddies, good noodles. Yeah, let's do it.
This is the noodle machine. He just gave us the rundown on it. He was saying that these enormous, very heavy steel rollers can be dialed in within a tenth of a millimeter. So it's all like very precise, and you can even tell the difference between 1.5 millimeter noodles to 1.7 millimeter noodles. So awesome.
My container
Can we just back this up a little bit? Like, can I just get like an abridged history of how you ended up with this professional, beautiful ramen machine
I try to keep
in
it
your
clean
apartment?
too, right? It's gleaming.
Did they crane it up?
No. So it's on wheels actually, so it just moves around. This thing weighs 600 pounds.
Like, where did you start?
Oh, sure.
And when did you decide you needed it? Something like
Okay, so to be
this.
fair, I bought this for a restaurant. So I started making noodles on just like a Atlas pasta machine, like those hand crank ones.
Classic.
You can definitely do that. It's hard, but you can do it. And then from there, I bought like a Chinese one that was a little beefier, and it's over on this rack over here. It's that red one.
Yeah.
Keep that in the back. I never use it anymore, obviously, because of this guy, but it's fun to have. The process is simple. You mix in this thing, you put water in this thing, it holds up to 10 kilograms of flour, and then water drips in through the top on this plastic. Once it's all incorporated, it tilts down, and you put it right into this guy, which is removable.
Is there any limit? If this is offensive, let me know too. If there's a way to improve just your standard, just like shitty, like 99-cent ramen, like what's the best way to just improve like?
I don't think that's
basic?
offensive. I just don't have like a good answer for it because that is fundamentally a derivative of the dish. It's kind of like saying, how do I improve like microwavable hot pockets? Like, well, you could make like you could make pizza, but like ultimately this is like an instant. Like the idea is that this dish is an instant version of the thing, right?
Yeah.
So in 1954, 55, Momofuku Ando is like, oh, Japan has no economy and it's super messed up. I need to make a product that people can eat that's shelf-stable, nutritious, satisfying, and like nostalgic. And this dish kind of hits all those notes. He identifies it. If you deep fry the noodle, it has a long shelf life, basically.
Yeah.
It's not meant. It's like it's its own world, basically.
Yeah.
I don't even see it as the same dish as ramen.
To your point, like I grew up only knowing about instant ramen.
Yeah.
And when I moved down here and someone said, "Hey, do you want to go to a ramen joint?" I laughed. I was
you're like,
"Are you serious?" Like, no, that's like the cheap shit I ate in college.
No.
And then I realized that was my introduction coming from New Hampshire. That like ramen is an actual thing. That this is an imitation of. All right, what do we got here? Tell me the process.
honestly, this is the easiest one. This is just belly that's been cooked in the soup for about 3-4 hours very softly until it hits about 190, 195 Fahrenheit. And then it sits in a combination of soy sauce, mirin, and a little MSG.
Like as it rests.
Just as it rests, for about 3 hours.
Are you seeing how similar it is? Are we seeing how the process is similar? The temperatures are the same.
And
The
then
parallels, man, are just amazing.
And I pull it, and then I sliced it.
This is the other one. You gotta take a bite. Get these other people on camera.
This is the other one.
I need to wash my hands.
This one is a more like Mike style chashu. So this one is braised in soy sauce and mirin, sugar, and stuff for around 2.5 hours, again until it hits about 190. A little bit more melty on this one, and then I roast it. So you can see there's like that dark circle. That's like caramelized soy sauce and sugar on the outside. So this one will, although it's literally from the same cut, it's from the same belly. I butchered these from the same belly. This one's gonna taste really different from this one. This one's gonna be more neutral in flavor. On your ramen.
All right.
Was it this broth that you cooked it in?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That interconnectedness is very common.
Oh my god.
You didn't even chew. That just like went down.
It's just down. It's gone.
Get on with it.
No, I forgot about all the classes.
That melts.
It's
Because ramen's all prep. You know, you make all this stuff and then it can sit in your fridge for like a week a lot of times.
Dude, like the lack of jaw movement.
It's like a pork belly version of cotton candy. It literally almost just dissolves in your mouth.
It's so crazy.
It's-
Like,
If you forget your dentures and you just got gums,
yeah.
like that's the best thing you could ever possibly eat. It's
So you said this is a new technique, new recipe for the noodles?
This recipe is pretty standard. This is like 33% hydration with a little alkaline and then a blend of 2 different flours. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing crazy. Chopped garlic.
Water, obviously. What do we got in this pot back here?
This is garlic that's been kind of toasted and lard, basically. It's kind of crispy, a little burnt, a little scorchy, a little and then lard too. Yeah. How fancy do I want to do this? Plated. Pieces of menma, green onion.
Eat with your phones first.
This soup, the sauce, that's
Freaking outstanding.
It's so porky.
Dude, the richness is just like, it's bold.
I understand why they call him the Lord.
Gotta say, I respect your slurping technique.
It was really hot. It was also.
I was just saying,
trying to make-
I was just saying, I don't know how you did it.
We can talk to the Lord about that, but the slurp is part of it.
Yes.
It's about aerating it in your mouth.
Like any amazing dish, it's a combination of every single thing. The noodles are delicious, they're springy, they're perfect for the broth. The broth is so succulent, it's so complex, it's so garlicky, the little porky bits are so good. Oh my god. Just the porkiness.
Yeah, I made
That's good.
Yeah, you just have to know.
absolutely brilliant.
It's nice, right?
Yeah,
it's a little
brilliant.
snappy, a little firm, but not too firm. All right, boys, heat up, please.
Thank you so much.
Don't mind if I do. Truly a beautiful sight. Good boys, good friends.
unbelievable.
Windy City Day 3 could not have ended better. Look at this guy over here.
Absolutely.
Look at him go.
Getting right in there.
Windy City Ramen.
Oh my god.
Can you just give me a brief explanation of this versus Chuck E. Cheese?
I mean, just the depth of flavor, the complexity, the attention to detail. It's like when you go to an amazing barbecue place and everything is seasoned perfectly, cooked perfectly, plated perfectly. There's intention behind every single movement and every single thing that's on the tray. That's the same thing but in the bowl, right? Every single thing has a lot of intention, a lot of attention, a lot of detail put behind it. Noodle, broth, slices of pork, every single thing about it. The layers of garlic. Oh my god. I can think about it for so long. You know what I mean? There's I can just think about different parts about it and then think about that. There's so many aspects to it. What I really want to do is bring Mike to Austin and get him some peaceful pork. I want you to come to Austin and cook some of our pigs because they're really good. Our pork specifically is so good. Do the collaborative little. We don't even have to do that many seats. You know?
Coming to a chud shop near you.
Coming by,
Thank you
guys.
so much, dude. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Chicago.
Dude, boys, great hangs.
Thank you so much for your hospitality.
Great ramen. I mean, I'm not gonna put pressure on you, but this may have to become a new Windy City thing. But
I'm down.
say it correctly.
Let's see what happens.
Ramen.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.